Hello there, how are we today, Devil Boy? I'm just finishing the posts. You had a crustless sausage and egg pie. Ooh. What do you mean by crustless? Is there a crust? Oh, yeah. So is it just the filling? Post that. There we go. That's that one done. Post that. No pastry. Okay. So that is just the filling, right? Yeah, okay. It was chicken and chips, some onion rings, and we had a homemade gravy as well. Okay, it's a bit weird. I'll leave Instagram for a bit because that's gone a bit mental on me. There we go. There we go. I was going to have a pie day at yours at the end of this month, but people are busy, aren't they? So at some point I'll have a cheat day. Yeah, sounds like a plan. We'll just have to arrange it at some point. I think I've done everything. No, I haven't. I'm lying. Almost done everything. There we go. Now I've done everything. Right, so before we begin, so we're doing some Alan Wake today, but I wanted to show a little something I've had for a few years, and it's one of my favourite special edition things. So I have this original version of Alan Wake, but when you take it out the sleeve, it's actually an Alan Wake book. So it looks super cool. It's like one of my favourite special edition things I've ever got. And when you open the book, there is the game case. Ooh, yeah. There is special edition Alan Wake case. The book on the inside is signed by Alan Wake. And then you get the Alan Wake files, which is a set of files about Alan Wake written by Clay Stewart, who is the guy who gets an axe in the head in a nightmare at the beginning of the game. So it sort of follows his journey looking for Alan Wake and researching the area. It's all pretty cool. And there's a little thing about Clay Stewart at the back. But yeah, I thought I'd show it off as a little extra before we started, because I'm this is one of my favourite special editions I've ever had. It's got a nice little now to the game that occasionally feels like it's made for someone who wants to attack. I'm sure it's not. So if I switch over to Alan Wake and we hit continue.
Previously on Alan Wake.
Let us know how the audio is.
Kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
I do like that we get the previously, just in case we've forgotten what happened last time.
Killer. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So,
dark.
I have
Oh,
found
poor
only a
Rusty.
few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline.
What happened to Rusty's dog there? That just vanished. Max.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her.
And the diner lady got taken over by the
All sorts of
darkness.
interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI.
He's...
They're all a little quiet. I'll turn it up a bit.
You'd better come to the station.
Okay.
There you go.
I'll be
How's
right
that?
over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The
The
writer.
darkness is a different
I heard
fame
on the
and a
radio
band,
you
that's
visit.
better.
Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was
I want to
saying,
know what happened to this guy's
I
leg.
found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come
Switch to the
true,
correct shoulder.
And get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now,
I mean,
some of the
we
articles
can
sound
speculate
about
all we
making
want,
him
but I
out to
wanna
be a
know.
famous writer. But I ran a bunch of searches.
Acid bear
couldn't
trap.
find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers. Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Strange. Boat just dropping out of the sky, covered in weird black goo. Nothing evil about that.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook store. The Scratching Hag. Comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway,
There's a very
now,
white king of red
let's get to
lions.
the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both
Did you just
died,
wipe the
and
top
she
of
had
that?
some kind of a breakdown.
So I gather this is the place, right? I need to knock on the door, but she's clearly stood there already. She knows I'm here.
Follow me. It's not far.
Has he stopped? Because he has as
Well,
well.
mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
I mean, it might be. Let's see how the inside looks first, though.
Welcome to... Oh dear. Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Because that doesn't sound strange.
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry!
He's gonna feel that. Fucking slamming into a table.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you. And
So is that this Barbara?
you must finish what you started. I insist.
And is the light Alex Zane?
You must turn the lights on.
Not Alex, Thomas Zane. Alex Zane's the actual guy.
Back to work, boy.
He knew where the light was.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger.
Ah, so
She's
she
very
is Barbara.
strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close.
I mean, there's the pink walls, but then there's that. All the pictures of Alan Wake. It's like,
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road. Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
You haven't tried yet.
You're right. I deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
Shut up, Barry.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on
How
the
does Alan
counter
understand
there.
all of this so
Would
simply?
you like to hear today's special?
Well, he wrote it, I guess.
A nice day.
Judging by the TV
So-
things, it's all stuff he's written, so he'd have to understand his own brain, right?
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Let's see what our page is.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Oh. So is that the trailer guys called the police on us? That's another reason why he's so chill about it. He knows what's going to happen.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I ain't the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know? I just...
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had a,
So this is the relatable radio man. This is the drunk guy we found in the prison cell. Who asked us to turn the lights on.
Well, I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah. Well, he's Daddy's my best friend, and they let me bail today. And now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there.
So it sounds like, I feel like the drunk guy actually did see something at some point. Run before the copyright strikes! There we go. I've gone the wrong way! There we go. Much better. It's the trailer guy.
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
Excuse me.
God
So you did
knows
call the
what you've done
police.
to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Blaine!
I like the FBI guy. So we did read a page last time where the FBI guy was pointing a gun at us.
I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
But the FBI guy keeps like calling you different writers' names.
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
So now we're running from the cops.
There he is! There he goes!
No, I'm not.
Okay, men. Keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, damn.
Why did the FBI get involved? Well, when we was on our way there, we did get a call from the sheriff that there was an FBI agent, like, wanting to speak to us. We're missing a week. Like, anything could have happened in that week, I guess.
Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
Oh, was that a page? It was.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
So the only reason the darkness has come about is because we've arrived. Whoa.
Come in, Agent Nightingale. This is Sheriff Breaker. Over.
Nightingale, over.
What on earth is going on? My deputies tell me he fired at Wake and he didn't have a gun. You almost hit a civilian instead. Over.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase. I don't have time for this.
Well, make the time. You can't just go shooting at people in my town. Over.
talk to them, answer what I'm saying, and then when they've finished, just say you're not interested, simple. Or do what I do and pretend they've rang through to a helps, like another call place. They ring me and I ask them if they want to take a quick survey.
Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. "Pretty girl," she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
So that's how Rose got taken over. She turned around and the old lady was just in her house. Trailer, house, whatever. Safety! If Barry's already been a wine division, needs to fuse. I feel like he would have opened fire regardless of what we said. And the page that we got about him seemed to imply that as well. And it's, does the page command what happens? Or do they do it because it's on the page? This bridge seems safe, let's go! Oh. No light, I need light. He didn't write the darkness.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
What's wrong with a tweed jacket? Have you seen these elbow patches? They're powerful. I could pull off that outfit, to be fair. I might go for it, you know. Halloween spiders. Well, that's not darkness.
You on the ground. Hold it right there. There's nowhere to run.
Ah! They've got a gun! Crows? Yeah, crows, get him! No, not like that! Okay, well, I don't have to deal with that anymore. Are they okay, do you think?
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. Yates, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody.
Oh yeah, them too.
A fight or anything. Why they would... Hey, what you... Come on.
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which...
You feel like there's been far too much excessive force by the purpose. That chopper didn't scream about poultry attacking. How do they think we're doing?
I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan.
With the power of our tweed jacket, clearly. We rubbed our elbow patches together. commanded the crows.
Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh yeah, I bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Mulligan knows what's up.
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
I guess that's where we're heading. We're going to meet the radio host again.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Why don't we just leave town? Because we're still looking for our wife. Like, she was kidnapped, remember?
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
I gather this is a generator for it, right? You're not convinced that this is the real world? Okay. If that's the case, then how would we be able to leave town? It wouldn't matter. I've got the biggest torch now. Oh no, it's broken. But if this isn't the real world, then those imaginary worries are going to be everywhere, right? We're not going to go back to imaginary New York and everything's going to be fine. Ooh, angry gates. Oh, it was that. I was like, please don't be people here. Oh yeah, I got a torch. Okay. We're armed again.
It took me a moment to recognize.
Because it is written.
They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Ooh. Several flashbang grenades.
Team 1, this is Sheriff Breaker. Report, over. Team 2, come in. I need a report, over. Come on, guys, talk to me. Come in, please, over.
Oh, they did. We got flashbangs. Take that! Yeah! Okay. That worked quite well. No, not more here. See light? Give me the light. Ow! New batteries.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Well, the gunshots weren't me.
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10-15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
Well, I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
Run! Copyrighted music! I can't, otherwise Twitch will be angry. Oh, that was close. Say that. Too quick, too fast. I am speed. Where did you come from? There we go. I do like the flashbangs, they feel powerful. Light. This counts as light, right? Damn it, it does not. Where are we going? This way? This way. There's light in the distance, it's got to be this way. I feel like maybe if Alan Wake was like a survivor or something, he could have like a special, either like a flare gun or a flashbang loadout type thing. I think one of the Resi characters has something like a mine, to be honest. I think they've got blast mine or something like that as a pair.
Car to get to the coal mine.
I'm like, is there anything in the car park? Doesn't look like it. Let's go in.
Well, let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
Well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in, folks.
Or maybe it only gets like
talk him into an interview.
free uses type thing.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away
Dan Brown?
from me. Don't hurt it.
Whoa. Everyone calm down.
Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you?
Judas
There's a
Priest.
civilian in there.
Oh, he did a cool like jump and everything and then fell over. Ruined the execution at the end, Alan.
Even if it kills me, you hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
So we're meeting the kidnapper at the mine. Ooh, flares. Just switch between them now. Flares aren't flashbangs though, are they? Oh, I see. If I do that, throw it down, and then start the generator while we're in flare light. And then run in here. We got shotgun ammo, but no shotgun. Is that right? Just get that flare picked up. It's a good shout, to be fair. This would be right up his alley. I have actually myself. I've got like a graphic novel of one of his stories. It's pretty cool. I also have like a graphic novel of like The Hobbit from before the films. You're a bit too close. Back off. Who needs guns when you've got grenades?
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
You have the Necronomicon in hardback and audible. Cool. The darkness controls the Taken. Well, now we've got a shotgun. Alright. Bye! I'll have taken most of them, alright? Is it just you? Nah. There we go. Some lithium batteries. Now we're talking. I'm not quite sure which way we're meant to be going at this point though. Are we following the lights? Is that what's going on? Climb up here. Ah, there's a path. I see it. Ow. Towards the light, I see it. Towards the light, leave me alone. Big metal light. Just realised how annoying an Alan Wake the Bad Daylight map would be, especially if the killers all got darkness skins. There are other things it could be, so don't worry about that. There is one thing I have in mind, but it wouldn't be in this game from this game necessarily.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan, I'm so afraid. It keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you.
And you're saying that like Ghostface isn't in all black and can be invisible pretty much.
Alice, I'm here.
And Freddy.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
I feel like the outfit being like dark wouldn't.
The connection
It's like
had
the
been
least of your
terrible,
problems in that
but that
game.
wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me. The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
So we're going to go against poltergeist items. So we need to go that way. And there is paint, so there's a chest. Let's get ourselves a flare gun. And the skins would have the caveat of when you do jennies on the map, it produces an area of light. That yeah, maybe. Flare gun, there we go. And shotgun. I see you. We got him. So we're crossing a
I could see a railway
tracks
bridge up
on a
ahead,
bridge.
and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Although I feel like if they was ever going to do that, they already would have by now. And I feel like the skins that they do add, or like the DLCs they do add, are either their own thing or from films specifically. So I don't feel like they'd like cross with another game. Oh, they did Silent Hill and Resident Evil, didn't they? Forget what I said. I feel like it's been like they would have done it by now though. To be fair, Silent Hill and Resident Evil are also films, so I don't totally get out of what I said. Her? Angry pipe? Rude. Damn. I switched to flare and it threw a flashbang still, so I was like, alright, I'm dead.
I hoped I could find a car from there.
Right, keeps the flares because that stops them attacking. Or do I just use a flare gun?
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Like, that's it, right? Let's do that. Like, go away. There's a girder. We're not giving it ideas. They've already been written a week ago. The ideas are already there. Ow! The hell, man? Who throws a barrel? Ah! Ah! Oh, who throws a wheelbarrow? A page. I see that page. I'm gonna get it.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left.
Oh, well, you got me there.
Not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Off to the side a bit. There we go. So we're going to the lodge at some
to get
point.
Interested in writing. Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun.
Oh, a heavy-duty
This
flashlight.
was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Now we have power. And we have resources. Get this gate open, right? Uh-oh. That's a lot. Ow. Back away. That's it. Yeah, I know there was explosives there, but they didn't really seem to help that much. Let's just go through the gate we opened. I thought it'd be safe in here. Yeah, nah, go away. Too close. Flashbangs are like the get out of battle free card. What's that say? The light in light you can hurt them. Okay. Oh, flares. Now we're talking. And bullets and batteries and a radio. Can I use that one? No, okay. But a TV. Oh yeah, we've got another episode of Night Springs.
Granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, A Family Occasion. Journalist Alvin Durleth's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Durleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition. But you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist.
You bet Mia can play that theme song guitar.
Provide you with an
Seems like something Mia would learn.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Durleth.
Well, I guess that's the least I... What would I have to do?
Oh, Here, let me show you with a kiss.
What did you...
Oh, Mr. Perka, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host his 1,000 young, and all shall be glory. Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Derleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you.
Whenever the need arises. Ding a ling ding ding a ling ding ding a ling ding. Da 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 da. It does remind me of, like, it has vibes of that Futurama bit with the scary door. Ooh, a page.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. Have you tried ripping out a page? It's not in pencil, unfortunately. Whoa, that's a powerful door then. No, that's not fair. I'm but one man. Yeah. Nope. Where did you come from? Ooh, that was close. We got it. Go away, Dagger Man. Why wasn't that written down? What? Does it have a firework factory? Sure. Why not? I'm like, I just want the stuff. There we go. I have 9 flares, that should do us. Someone left a handy dandy car there. I mean, there is a festival about to go on, so I'm sure they're just storing up on it.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far
If Alan was a good writer, he would know about plot armor. Oh, he's got it and he ain't died. He gave them all the weird darkness plot armor. His plot armor is a torch.
Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice.
Why did
a
I go out the
drowning
car?
man will clutch at a straw. Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the Dark Presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
Well, looks like we're being redirected. Stop manifesting, madman. If you went against the story, you could break it. But what if him breaking it is written? Come on, chill radio man, what have you got to say?
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass, not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. And I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
Run! You tell him, radio man, yeah. I will say, because we're having to avoid it so much, be sure that, like, the soundtrack is on like Spotify and stuff, so you can check out the soundtrack to the game if you want to. It's all really good stuff. It's all like quite country, a little bit of alternative stuff. It's good. I enjoy it. What's in this ranger tower? Up we go. Another radio. Okay.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even? There's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because
hearing strange noises outside.
She was, and I let her drift away from me. Maybe I
that aren't the
didn't
creepy darkness game.
I don't know, but since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say shaking a few things loose.
There we go. The radio guy's pretty real. Why do I keep doing it? I keep trying to press triangle to enter. I'm like, that's Grand Theft Auto, I think. But I haven't even played that in ages, so maybe it's just an old like force of habit thing. I think there'll be like a page in here. Mysterious red building. Gotta be something, right? Nope. Come on, right. I don't want to go up, apparently. Come on, up the stairs you go.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look up.
So the kidnapper was the guy that was on the boat with at the start of the game, heading towards the town.
But it hadn't happened.
He was at the back of the
He'd
boat.
get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
Let's get back in the car.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
What we got here? While lucrative at first, the mining steadily declined in the 20th century. The seams were rich but hard to get at, and volcanic activity in the area made the mine shafts particularly dangerous. So it's a museum. From a scientific standpoint, there probably isn't such things as soulmates and stuff because we're only animals and at the end of the day, but from an emotional, meta-scientific view, that's the thing of certain parts of life being predetermined, probably a discussion for another time. Maybe. But what if they're not predetermined? Like, what's making... What do you determine as predetermined?
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
See, radio guy knows what's up. Oh, we've got another one. 1 second. In 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity. All mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now many of the remaining buildings are protected as historical landmarks. Suddenly cutscene.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
He never showed up.
Wake! Where the hell are you?
Change of plans.
You know where Mirror
I mean, you
Peak
can
is?
go from
It's a
everything
big
to
mountain
simply,
north of where you are. You follow
for every
the path
cause
of
there
the
are
line,
several
you can't
puzzles,
miss it. There's a
which each
lookout
have several
point.
effects or
I'll
which
be waiting.
Okay.
I'm through being jerked
You
around by
want
you.
to see your wife alive?
But that's not predetermined then.
You better watch what you say
If
to
there's
me.
multiple,
Do we understand each other?
if there's multiple
talk to
things that could
Alice.
happen, and it's not predetermined.
I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello? Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
Down we go.
I had to get to Mirror Peak. It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
10 flares should do us right. What was that? Shotgun shells, okay. I see Paige hidden on the floor.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful.
We got
full of
backstory.
life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Just a box of revolver ammo, okay. Sorry everyone. No, you get back down. Sit back down. There. That was close. Getting attacked by train parts. I feel like I was meant to have like gone in front of them and then they jumped down, but I just stood there for a bit. So do I just... That got him right. There's still something down there. Nice.
What the hell?
Well, that can't be good, right? Casual tornado.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Can I just... Boom! Ow. Stop. There we go. Whoa. Oh, they got a cheeky shot in at the end. I made it. Got my flare gun. Has the light gone off? Light has gone off. Let's get in the car. Come on. Ah! Well, they can't follow me up here, right? Oh, that was close. Who are you then? So there's more of you. I see. Let me go get a lay of the area. That it? Okay, this area seems okay. I'm gonna back up. Trust no one in the dark. Instant regret. Oh, this looks cozy. It's even well lit. Follow.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough.
Rest of the game in that chair. I'd be alright with that.
More elaborate.
The sick cozy.
It was different.
Attach wheels to the bottom, just ride around. Little lamp.
Completely, it merely touched him.
Hello. Don't need batteries. Don't really go through them that much. Either way, chair is best option. Nah, I'm sure she'll be alright.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Is there something this way? There is not. Yeah, every electric company supplies flashbangs, right? Well, we got darkness jelly. A MacGuffin. Hi, friends. Bye, friends. I see you coming. Oh boy, that's a lawyer. That's Ah, I didn't want to do that. Ah, no. All went wrong. I thought I'd switched weapons. God damn. God damn it, Alan. Oh, a page. I see you.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Bear stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence,
a dark forest.
To murder a federal agent.
So has the FBI agent found a page or something, and that's why he's after you? Oh, paint. I see that. Oh, thank God. We've got our flare gun back. Oh dear. Oh dear. They're as mad as Alan. I guess only time will tell. I see a faint light down there. Is that where we're meant to be going? It's no longer faint. I think this is our right way. Shotgun shells? Yes, please. Is that a sign of things to come? Let's use our shotgun. We've got 31 bullets.
I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Pump action shotgun. Now we're talking. I don't think so. This is a rubbish shotgun. Now I know why I didn't use the shotgun. Ah! Ugh, bad. He didn't care. But you gotta have hope, Devil Boy. He remains hopeful. Who's this? That'll help, right? Yeah, that'll help. A checkpoint, finally. That looks promising.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
Stream went and buffered for a while there. Just refreshed. Did you miss anything? I got surrounded by like 6 or 7 of them, and I flashbanged them all in one go. So you didn't miss too much. Sorry, what? I see you. Nice. Where is he? Oh, he's ages away. Can I just... Did I get him? I got him. The flashbang is literally like, shoo, get away. Where to now, video game? Nothing here.
The place was dead. A ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
Ah! It threw a wheel at me. Oh. A page.
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight. Something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself. Angry at Alice. Angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
It's as simple as it gets, Devil Boy. It's just simple writer logic, right? No. But why say no when it could be yes? Alright then. Oh boy. No, don't throw a train at me. I will calm them down. I think. Oh, there we go. Tried throwing a train at me. Oh no, that's a train. I can't. Whoa! I got it just in time. I can't forget the carriage, clearly. We got a key. So I gather the door's locked. Yeah, we couldn't have... Light! It's safe in here. Right?
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a
He doesn't recognise the simple right logic. Oh, I wonder why though.
Dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes,
but he doesn't remember writing the book, so how is he supposed to know?
Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow.
And it's not cartoon logic. There is an explanation to why the power company has flashbangs. Like there actually is something written for that. A hunting rifle. All right then. It'll be better than the shotgun. Oh, we're not going that way. I think. Where are we going? Where do we go now? Oh, ladder. There we go. Stuff and things. I'll follow it round. Is that what's going on?
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
You've just gotten used to arguing with Alan. You'll see. He'll prove you wrong. If you didn't have the writer's mind, you wouldn't be surviving, right?
Birds.
This is why he gave us flares, I guess. Are you coming? Guess not. Good. Like drifting slowly to us. Go, 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 go. Right, there we go. Not again. That was cheating. Down we go. Always the hint if it was writing a story, first line would be while everything worked out well for you. But you have to balance it in the story. There has to be like something to balance the scales. Like everyone else being safe isn't like a balance for just you not being. So there has to be danger. People would have to lose. Otherwise it's not realistic. It's not a horror story that way. Where am I going? Aha. And his story's actually been edited by the darkness. He says in one of the TV things, doesn't he? And it's becoming less his story and more the darkness's.
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain. Alice?
Well.
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here. The hunters were big, thick-set men, confident and at home in the woods. They were feeling good, running on beer, ghost stories, and camaraderie late into the night. It did them no good, as they were taken by the dark presence, sucked deep into a darkness far worse than any ghost story they ever told or heard.
Breath of the Wild 2 Prophecy in Alan Wake. So that's why there's so many of the Taken. It's hunters in the woods captured by the darkness. Is the right way I'm going? Or have I just... And I'm going this way anyway. Ooh, flare. Lots of flares. A page? You could have guessed that from the silhouettes.
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy...
No, but it explains why there's so many.
Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this.
All the ammo. Oh, not very well cave. I don't do that. Whoa. Yeah, no. Stay back, a lot of you. Back off. I'm gonna charge, okay, right. And again. Got him. And he revealed the path to us. Considering there's no lights in the cave, it's quite well lit. Up here, I guess? Oh, that's a dead end.
to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Thank God, this machinery is literally just up or down and that's it. Maybe it doesn't say dead end when looking for your wife. That's been missing 48 plus hours. Well, we got a weird vision of her, didn't we? That's more than we've had. Falling into a hole of darkness. I don't think it was falling. But we also didn't see a not land as well. Wait, is this the right way or the wrong way? You suppose?
Lightning flashed behind the windows of Cauldron Lake Lodge. Tor Anderson laughed and held the steel hammer above his head. Nurse Sinclair was trying to calm him down without success. Tor grinned madly and shouted, "My hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Molnir, wench." He brought the hammer down with all his might on Sinclair's head. "We're on a comeback tour, baby."
Okay. What was it telling me to focus on then? Is it that? I know it was that. Okay. We got torchlight. Does that mean crows go away now?
Oh,
no,
great.
because we get a
Another
flare. So
cable
crows
cut.
past
Just
crows.
great.
Because this is perfectly safe, even though we've just seen crows. Didn't let me to the other ones though, did it? God damn! almost there now. Have they gone? Oh, that's not for us. Well, at least we survived. This can only be good, right? Okay. When it starts dropping trains on you, you start. Maybe Alan's a bit out of his league on this. Only a tad. Talking. One flashbang grenade. There's someone over there. Where is he? Come on out. I don't think the game planned on me having so many flares. What's this? The 8th deepest lake in the world, Cauldron Lake, is a caldera lake. Formed in a volcanic crater, the volcano itself can be considered to be active, but it has not erupted since the volcanic earthquakes of 1970, and even then the underground activity was comparably mild. Despite some property damage, there were no casualties. Didn't it say that some miners died? Cauldron Lake is one of the most beautiful spots in Bright Falls area, as well as a central figure in many local folktales. It's a popular recreational area for the area residents. I swear another sign said that some miners died when it erupted. Do we go against across the long rickety bridge? Alright then. The sign was edited. Okay. Ow! I see that guy coming. I don't mind it. I don't mind you, like... It's nice to have someone who isn't like a complete horror nut. To be fair, I'm not one myself, but I still enjoy it. Something here? Aha, something here. But I don't really consider this like proper horror. to be honest. I see that.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't.
I mean, you could always message the chat if you want to see if anyone wants to join. So that was just Mott's a bit of a loser. If you get this, like, if people get this game on Steam as well, you also get access to 2 like comics that are actually done for the game, like proper comics. They're good. One of them's about the sheriff's dad, and another one is about an event that happens later on in the game, which I'll tell you more about once we get to it. Oh well, this is a good sign, right? What kind of sat-nav is this? Tom 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 tom. Well, that didn't sound good. One down. Two. How about I go boom? Should be all good. He says when he runs out back. I guess I'm going this way. No, we're not. We're gonna have to go somewhere else. Down here? Down here.
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light
you did the
near
thing?
It had to be a boat.
What thing did you do? Okay, you did do a thing. You could do Tamir as well.
I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
Is this the right way?
Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
Get away! Sorry. Please, it's late. The boss didn't know what he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make him play ball. You see? To get him writing for us. Please. Please.
Well, we found the kidnapper. With no wife. Uh-oh. Oh, he's being got. Well. And that's it for that episode, I guess.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted
Let's
by
begin
the law.
episode 4. After this previously part, I'll take a quick break, so we'll just wait for this to pass.
Took out my deputies.
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be
You've seen a typewriter computer key. Oh,
turning into
I like
a
that.
horror
I like the
story.
sound of that. I
I was
like
told that
mechanical
Alice had been
keyboards.
kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
The truth. So I'll pause it there, and I'll go for a quick break so that I can go stretch my legs, refill my drink, maybe have a quick snack, and I'll be back in a moment. And we're back. Just check. Audio is still there. There we go. You can carry on.
Alan. Shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice. There you go, Alan. Hartman, I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it.
Hi, Devil Boy.
Through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay.
I'm still
calm.
back.
I don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you lie.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
So it's the guy we punched in the nose earlier in the game.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Right then.
There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
It's a nice room there.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Can we punch him in the nose again?
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly
If you like that one day,
vulnerable.
to lose it so much you can't
I
see.
encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I'm sure you'll be
bet you
fine,
do.
Devil Boy.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan. Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice
I know,
is
right?
dead.
It's like double doors on it as well.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct.
He likes
is
the sound
to
of his own
resist
voice.
it, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
That's therapist for you. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated. TZ. In the memory of a dear friend and a poet.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make
See,
out
I
the
think
spot
this
where Diver's
is a
Eye
graphical
had been
bug.
when I arrived with Alice.
Because you can actually
Now
see the
there's
island
something
there
to
quite
use.
clearly, the bared foot. But if you like exit the game and reload the chapter, it's not there because it's not supposed to be there.
Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk. Hartman obviously loved
Unless
his
it's an
own
intentional
voice.
discrepancy.
His words
It could
echoed
be.
madly inside my head. I dug my nails into the palms
Seems
of
like
my
an odd
hands
thing
to stay
there.
focused.
Like if you reload the game, it's gone.
Once you
Type
accept
thing.
that, we can begin the journey.
It only seems to do it when it's coming in from one chapter to the next.
Let's go inside. Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Literally just a
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson.
All right, then.
Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay.
Exactly.
Sorry. Ew.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video games.
Ooh, yeah.
It's trash, of course, but it does involve some small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my
Wow.
therapeutic methods.
No
Gigs at video games.
You might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
So he's painting the Taken.
Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Is it a storm or is it the darkness? It doesn't look like a storm there. Looks like it's coming from the lake. Welcome to Cauldron Lake Lodge. We're here to give you the specialised help you need. However, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and/or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're re-engaged with their creative processes. Be patient. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems, and it won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind that you're voluntarily receiving treatment that has been specifically tailored for you. Engagement therapy, TM, and its sister method, the FLIR, TM, work best when you're actively engaged in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a
It's
storm
these two
coming.
again.
Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
I like that they're playing a Night Springs board game.
I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson farm.
So they think I'm Thomas Zane by the sounds of it.
We wrote it all down.
Because we're both writers.
Forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things.
He gave me a
As
page.
he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant, Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
So the doctor was Thomas Zane's assistant.
My head was clearing up. Or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me. About everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We have a stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams.
Who says we're not Thomas Zane? Thomas Zane's from the 70s.
Notice leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock
And
and roll.
we've seen Thomas Zane. He's the bright light that keeps appearing.
Got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens. What were they? Memory and thought. The hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and raw. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other writer.
There you go, the other writer.
Using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt. disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, god damn it.
Alright then. So, fun thing as well.
So tired. Built the farm close to
Old
the
Gods
lake.
of Asgard are actually on
Place of
Spotify,
power.
and they have some really good tracks. If you want to have a listen to them.
Party there, man. You should go there and have a party.
That Bob Balder threw the amp through the window. Hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
Stitches, snitches, and narcs, man.
Every time I try and walk away, they have something new to say. There we go.
I am tired, man.
God damn.
So tired.
I just wanted to let some fresh air in.
Bad dream, and you can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination. They're only in your head, and they're not there when you wake up. So you can't wake up because I'm in charge now, and I don't want to disappear. My nightmare is the publisher people who want to make a contribution so they can say they made a contribution, and then we end up with mullets in there because they think mullets are funny, but it wasn't supposed to be about mullets, and now it's about mullets. And when it's in slow motion, they call it mullet time because the numbers came back from marketing that mullet time is the hook we needed to go.
It's a big thing about Max Payne.
And they're not even kidding.
When you dive in slow motion, you get bullet time.
Nightmare is the writers who want to make everything from the characters to the toasters talk all the time and express their feelings, so they won't shut up, and the writers won't shut up either because they have feelings too, and I have to listen to them because they're not scared.
Mullet time, Rob.
And everyone should just shut up. But I don't see nightmares anymore because I'm too scary for them. I take 2 pills every morning and 1 with every meal and 4 when I go to bed. And that makes me the scariest nightmare of all.
Sure it does. Has the painter guy got anything else to say? He does not. Some mullet time.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think. There's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be.
Okay.
I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
So I guess we eventually realised. I feel like I know that actor. Yeah, he plays Alan Wake. Well, no, the voice for Alan Wake isn't actually the character model. Like, the actor in that video doesn't do the voice. He's just the look, essentially.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Oh my god.
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
You recognise him from something else, you think? He might be. Lane, Emerson, Wake. Okay. Possibly.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Oh.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
I don't know.
Here's a friendly poke from me.
Writer's anxiety. He has writer's block, doesn't he? So.
Afraid of the crazy.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
So Barry's here, apparently.
Are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key.
Knocked her out.
I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Come out and face the music, Birch. It's time to pay the piper.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients.
It's like a Tool album cover.
On one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Wolf. So this is the stuff the artist has been drawing. Oh, there's the taken he's been drawing.
Hartman wasn't happy. Maud could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time.
Oh, you said to be cool that these old gods got sweet. Fuck man, want to check it out. We do.
But that wasn't part of Hartman.
The farm has one of the best set pieces in the game, like one of the best things out of any game ever in it.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work...
Zawaldo! Hello, not Mia. I am not Booley Steel. You don't have bits. Oh well,
yes.
You did it.
Tell me, Mrs. Wake, what would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go
This
down.
is what she said in the phone call earlier.
No. I've tried, but he's not.
You did the thing.
He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else.
It was the reference.
Lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here. Even when he's home.
We're all variants.
Help me, doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she
Was that
was
a Booley
saying
Steel
made me happy
reference?
and sick and guilty
It might have
all at
been.
once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The
Who
phone
remembers
call.
Booley Steel?
It had been a cut-up of this, just a recording.
Rudolph Lane's case is interesting. He was completely blocked, and frankly, I was about to discard him as useless. However, once Wake arrived and started writing, something changed in Rudolph. He's producing extraordinary work, increasingly dark pieces. Unfortunately, he doesn't respond to direction at all, and it's my belief that he's not so much a creator as
He removed the other me's.
illustrator, perhaps, a recorder of sorts. I hadn't considered the existence of such a role before, let alone its implications, but the paintings he has produced are informative. At least he's easily controlled and useful. I wish I could say the same about Wake. It's frustrating that the best subjects are always so damn difficult to deal with.
Stop buying that. I was tailing Wheeler, and this is the only place he could have gone.
It was creepy though, right?
Probably there too.
Did you enjoy it? That's what matters.
This is private property, and I will not allow you to disturb my patients.
Yeah? I can get a warrant. How are your fragile little patients like that?
Oh, I'm thoroughly intimidated by your mighty authority now, Agent.
Listen, you smug snob. How would you like it if I busted through this gate and knocked you around a little?
Agent Nightingale, first of all, I'm recording this conversation, so you might want to watch what you say. Secondly,
The FBI guy tried getting Wake.
now, I know the law, and if you can get a judge to grant a warrant, I'll be glad to cooperate. But you won't get one.
But yeah, I mean, I know there's a few more series I know like that. If you want me to like send you a link or whatever.
Good day, Agent.
Yeah. The photo on the wall caught my attention.
It's the kidnapper.
In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to shreds! Seriously, do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? I am famous. I represent a celebrity. They'll be looking for me. Oh, that's how you want to play it? Is that how you want to play it? Really? Okay, that's how we'll
Sounds like they pretended to have her to sort of lure me to the spot.
I'm willing to forget the whole thing if you let me out now. Just let me out! Hey!
Yeah, absolutely. I like how he keeps referring to you as different writers.
What, is this how you get your kick, Hartman?
You're down for more nightmare fuel. Say no more.
Guy, look, if you're one of those nurses, I'll double what he's paying you, okay? Do you have any idea how much I make as an agent of a best-selling writer? A lot. Is a personal check good?
Barry?
Ow!
Why is there a cutout of me?
Barry! Man, I'm glad to see you. We need to get to
That was unlikely.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as
Why is its mouth
or
noise?
else
What?
I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
Why is its
I
crotch
stole it
wrong?
from the diner
What do
to
you-
piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
I mean, it's a crease line where it's been folded over, right? There we are. There's our pages.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and
Aha, convenient free gun at that.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Wow, that sure showed Alan. So, if you get this on Steam, one of the comics you get is Hartman survives that, and he ends up confronting the kidnapper who's been taken over by the darkness, and he works with the police to kill it. That's why you call a lean bill of health. Hey, oh no. Quick. Up we go. Can I use it? I cannot. What is that? I feel I'm going to need to do this a few times just to get rid of some of the furniture. And again. Wow. One guy is going to be strong shadow person, isn't he? Oh, you mean Birch? The other guy. Nightmare guy. No, I don't think you see him again. Alan Wake predicted that horror game with chases. Which horror game are you on about? Move out the way, Balloos. Page.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far.
I'm not sure what game you're on about. It's let me think. Is it Deceased by Sunrise? I think that's it, right?
Most of us have felt a shadow on us, a shiver down your back, a glimpse from the corner of the eye.
Alive by Nighttime.
Take a wrong turn, board the wrong bus, wonder where you are when you wake up, and you will find yourself in a small town, Night Springs.
The scary door. The Doomed Samaritan.
Sometimes, even the simplest things.
It's horror survival.
Consider, you get in a car and leave a life behind. Easy. Not tonight.
Thanks for the ride, Mark. I'm so glad to be leaving this place. You have no idea.
What, Night Springs? Come on, Linda. Relax. It's not that bad.
No subtitles for this one, apparently.
Hey, what's that up ahead?
No spooks. What do you think the killers are?
I think there's been an accident. Are you alright?
Oh no, Linda! Oh no! It was me on the road! Wait! Tell him to watch out for the truck! Watch out for the truck!
My God, Mark?
What if they make a killer on it literally called the Spook?
Oh, please! God, no! Linda!
Thanks for the ride, Mark. I'm so glad to be leaving this place.
What, Night Springs?
Apart from my ears, he's just not groovy. I don't know, Ghostface has his moments.
Hey, what's that up ahead?
Oh, God. There's someone in the road. I think there's been an accident.
I know, right? She should have watched out for the truck.
Are you alright?
Oh no, Linda! Oh no! It was me on the road! Wait! Tell him to watch out for the truck! Watch out for the truck!
My God!
Tell the truck to watch out for him.
And there you have it. A vicious cycle, brutally punctuated by the blast of an air horn and screaming metal. Many roads are dangerous, but none more so than the one that leads away from
The scary door. Right, we'll keep going. He looked quite like a van, to be fair. Take that, metal ball. Are we safe? And we run. Come on. So I gather I'm supposed to use it to open that door. Right, there we go. Ah! Well, I hit the door at least. Out we go.
Al! I'm here!
When you throw it into the air and it hits you in the head.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al!
But then you won't have a light.
Oh, God! Look at the house, Al!
Oh boy. One down. I can't even see it. Where is it? Oh! Ow! There's the other one. Oh! Out of batteries? There we go. We're safe again.
The house looks bad! Let's get out of here!
I need a gun. I suppose flares will have to do. Because of course there's a hedge maze. Nah. Whoa! There we go. Hug the wall. Don't worry, I know my way around.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
There you are. A little thing for a little glimpse of things to come. I'm really pushing the boat out. Hello there. Get away from me. There's still one more, right? You went round the corner? Yeah, there it is. I found a theme tune we reckon you could play on guitar. It's the Night Springs tune.
We don't want any fighting. It makes...
At least we got all the maze.
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long.
Well, that sounds nice. It's Batch. And crows. It's the guy who told us to go tight. He hurts. Open that. Oh, damn. Crows, leave me alone! There we go. Now we're talking. No, I said we don't see Hartman again. Oh, he took a lot of hits. And we definitely don't see Birch again now. You just broke that vase. What's wrong with you, sir? Oh, he's trying. I see you. Over the ledge. There's got to be some resources. Yeah, there's a light there. We'll be alright. Anything in here? A shotgun? Now we're talking. What's the page?
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important.
Over the ledge. The better over the hedge
Mott was
movie.
calling the shots now. He'd
Yeah, but
expected
they had
Wake to
Bruce
win,
Willis as a raccoon.
But instead,
What's
he
not
seemed
to
willing
like?
fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
crows are still about. With a self-indulgent page. But what about that hyper squirrel? Or the tortoise, that was a little bit of a prick. As he does. You were writing a book about yourself, wouldn't you? It doesn't have to be fact or fiction. You get to choose. Just gonna throw that in here. Not another wheelbarrow. You vaguely remember the squirrel. It was going to be the next B movie.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have
Chapter
to
15, the stream.
to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high.
The stream was going well for Bulls.
The world exploded.
Little did he know that Streamlabs would cut out in any second. It was before the B movie. I think so, yeah. Emil made Tom do it. Stuff. There we go. Aha. Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. Like, actually, go away. I just want the box. I want a flare gun, please. I now have flare gun. There is nothing to be worried about. Flares, yes. Is that ammo as well? Oh, well, everything we could want, and a page.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on
It was a cold January night.
Hartman's nose the second time.
I retired for the evening after supper. I received a message from a friend of mine asking to join the stream. I entered the stream to see Bulls playing Alan Wake. It has been several years since I played this game, but I remembered it fondly. I started to write in the chat box everything that is written in this chapter, and this, 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 and this. Trying the middle of nowhere places in Morocco will be years before anyone finds this massacre.
Let's get out of here. Can you
I don't know, the FBI found it.
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so,
It's looking promising, Mia.
I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
No, it's that one guy. And probably several other smaller guys. FB die. No, yay, I'm... Where did he come from? Oh no, they can climb. Rude. Are you serious? Chapter 3 will shock you. It tells the story of when you prove that ghosts are real. Is that a callback? Alright, move then. There we go.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
Is that a Mia reference?
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if
I like how
we
he kept
make
the quote
it,
out.
I don't care what anybody says. I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Still in chapter 4, apparently.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you
It's like
deal
Dio,
with
but less
crazy
dog
stuff
bear
like
things.
this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice.
It can only go up
She's
from there,
trapped
then.
in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can.
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before. It happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to
Barry's
tell
on
me
our
with all
side.
the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down.
That's
There's
all
a
we
message
need.
somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out!
No green lipstick that magically appears. There is a reason for like all the random colours in that show, you know. The writer says there is no fixed colour for a character. It's the colours change to fit the mood that's going on. Oh, this isn't a good start.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
You put it on you while you sleep at the same time. Ah. Oh, there's that.
Barry! Barry!
I mean, there's two options there.
Man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way! Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall.
Everyone is a light spectrum.
Al! There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh! Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
Why is there blood on your fingers? I'm like, is that a genuine question?
You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here!
There he is.
Suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch
The fangs
up.
are just for sure.
Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
So, I like how he's kind of written in that Barry's like super lucky. He crashes a car and doesn't actually get a scratch on him because he lands in a bush. Well, that's not good. All that, I guess. Oh no. Oh no. Lights. Oh. Ah. All out to get me. Barry's the protagonist. It all makes sense now. What's at the end of here? A page.
When he stopped the car at the
I
intersection,
can't wait for that.
Walter felt relieved.
So I'll make it a
Everything was
mod.
close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on
Put
the
the
porch,
lime in the
and he knew who
coconut,
it
shake
was.
it all up.
Driving for his life and
That does
knowing
come
it was
back.
useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Yeah. I like how that just kind of stuck in the channel points now. Ever since Undertale. Bye. Crazy barrels. Crazy train. Ah! All aboard! Not me, I played so well, though. I thought you didn't have bits. Your bits have registered. Oh, right, okay. Do I now have to freeze for 9 seconds?
I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Hold on a second. There you go, there's your 9 seconds. 9 seconds of frozen. Oh, right, okay.
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around.
You've not had your
to power
play
up
date
the
with
old lights
Papyrus
by
on
the gate.
Deltarune yet? What do you mean? I've still not done chapter
Agent
2 yet.
Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
It did. I mean, if you did get progressively angry about that, it would be understandable in context. Ah. Chapter 1 sounds invited to play with his brother.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without
well,
a
I know
weapon
that
was
now.
dangerous, but I had no choice.
Nothing's trying to solve a mystery about patriarch Alan Woke. An author with brittle bone disease, Alan Weak. can't. I've got no chance with that one, have I? Where did you come from? I see you, crazy. Up the ladders. Up the ladders. I've been playing Deltarune. What run are you doing? What do you mean? I just haven't got round to doing chapter 2 yet. I was waiting for Poppy to finish Undertale before I did anything. But I don't think she'll finish it until people actually start asking for it. Wink wink nudge nudge. An author that pays his bills on time and does his 9 to 5. Alan Wake.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
An author that crashes his car repeatedly. Alan Wake. Heavy duty flashlight. Yes, please. Chapter 1, what have I played? Chapter 1 I finished. I did the optional boss. I did it all pacifist. We got a better flashlight and that's about it.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Yarp. Alan Spurk.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show
An author that starts selling cupcakes. Alan Bake.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been.
Hey, we both did the same one. Oh, I nearly missed that.
The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story into the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
We uncovered the mystery. Okay, so I nearly walked up to this thinking it was a manuscript page, but this is just multiple bear traps. So let's do our best to avoid them, yeah? Oh no! They're everywhere! Okay, I think I'm past it. So if I go you...
Someone had left.
Yeah, shotgun will do.
Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Off that went to Vegas with Barry and went off the rails. Alan Kirk. Off that publishes books under a pseudonym. Alan Fake. An author that decides to clean up his garden. Alan Rake. An author that decides to not get his shit together. Alan, for fuck's sake. Oh, manuscript page.
storm raged on as the Anderson brothers
Alan,
walked
fuck.
steadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors,
Alan,
but Thor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands.
An author that does nothing but eat meat, Alan Steak. I guess we're following this path. Alan Cake. There we go. I feel like I need flares though. No, not more of them. Damn it! Leave me alone! That one didn't kill him. There we go. Oh, for that was a water type, Alan Lake. Ooh, we did it. There we go. Oh, catch my breath. He's down right as lungs.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Hellenic.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Ah! Please! Ah! What are you? Ah! No! Don't! I'm sorry! Ah! Ah!
Well, do you think he's alright? That's the guy from the prison cell, right? Who was on the radio.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the
It
farm
happens
again.
for a sweet summer child, I'll divorce you.
Moonshine, you know.
At least it wasn't Barry.
Makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. My buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. My best friend's suddenly the bad guy who wrote this crap.
I know.
Anyway.
Gary. Thought it was Barry, that random cat being eaten by the darkness. Ah.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice
Sally.
to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true.
No scary door. This is just Alan time.
Near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Down we go. Hurry as a protagonist, Alan, don't be silly.
Danny, huh?
So rude.
The front door was locked. The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Oh dear. Flare guns and flashbangs. Well, the guy won't need his car anymore, right?
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Trying to say. Harry's fine, he's just forgotten to take his... Time to take my vitamins! Oh. There we go. We're all good. I'm dealing with the digger here. The story Alan is really writing is a slice of life story about Barry in a world where his friend is fucking insane. World around his friend is falling apart. But Barry's all good. Barry has no problems whatsoever. Oh, we're soon approaching the best part in the game.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Here we go.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn!
So glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot!
This would be the Dead by Daylight arena.
Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and knock you out! Hey, ow! This place is stopped! Ow! Hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on!
What a heavy duty flashlight. Here we go. Ah! Give me the shotgun! There we go. Oh. Favourite part of the whole game. Thank you for joining us. It is my favourite part too. We got this. Is there anyone else? Is it literally just that one guy? Into the light! How are we today, Shona? Thank you for joining us.
Please, please!
Go grab this. I've got a flare gun, what am I doing? Throw that down there.
Really? Children of the Elder God! God damn
Come on. What a tune there. Into the light. There we go. That's Children of the Elder God. Old gods of Asgard.
Awesome! Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
And like I said, they are on Spotify, so you can actually get you can actually listen to it.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Is there something around here? Yeah, there's a page around here.
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think riders were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one struck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie.
You have 3 songs on the Game Free playlist. Yeah, I've
except run from them at the
I added like pretty much every song they did onto my playlist.
Patience with the Fed was running out.
We got another one called Balance Slays the Demon, which is really good as well.
See, bestseller? No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
I love that he just keeps taking the cutout with him. Platformer. That's what we are now.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al? Ooh,
I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long.
How does he make him sound like Big the Cat?
Moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing
That's the
here
backup
waiting for
Wake.
my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
You're gonna call a chat up Barry in Legends. In we go. Barry is the best.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves.
Sleep.
Oh, we got Night Springs.
We all spend
Oh, Night Springs! Man!
somewhere between
fantasy and hey, remember when I got you that gig? Your first real writing job.
Yeah, we're actually the bodyguard of Alan Wake.
Is this one of your episodes?
In Night Springs.
The scary door.
Tonight's episode. The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're
Oh yeah, Devil Boy wants you to do that theme tune on guitar if you can, yeah.
It's definitely a dream.
I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat... Yeah, precisely.
The Scary Door theme tune,
He
yeah.
wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
The plot took a sudden turn.
It's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wait.
There we go. Is there any more ammo or stuff to pick up? Oh, there's ladders, right? Stairs, there we go. You'll give it a shot. There you go, Devil Boy.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
So that was back in the past, when they first made the
Viking boat
moonshine.
looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Right then. That's quite a specific thing. How many of you is there? There we go. Darkness picked up every evening jogger it could. Okay, it's running around, right? Clang, clang, lang, lang. Nobody does it better than Biv. Rude. Ah! Is it trapped in the corner? Bye. There we go. Oh, that's a lot of them. Well, that didn't work. There. Well, that's ominous.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
Alright then. I reckon we'll finish up this chapter and then we'll call it there, but we've still got a little bit to go before that.
Be careful, Al!
Oh, something flashing. This is awfully quiet for a very dark building. Ah, there we go.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Ladders. Ugh. Oh, we got a radio. Cool radio host.
Work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton.
We're not far off though.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
It finishes when we get to the
Saying we
house,
got, you know, other
essentially.
irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual
Maury,
stuff.
Maury,
Just, you know,
Maury.
a lot more of it.
Good morning.
Or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely.
I do like the
not
Mario
just
True
Pat,
Radio.
but definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, you know? Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat. Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
There we go. And run before the copyright monster gets us. You listen to the song. FBA
I could see
idiot.
the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
There we go. All the ammo.
Got to be kidding me.
On there. Why does the darkness make these people know these random facts? Kira stopped being stubborn and just left Moria. He would have gotten it. He would, yeah. I feel like if most Kiras got stopped doing what they were doing and moved, they'd all get away with it by the looks of it. But like from all the other shows that there's a Kira in. I remember.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me.
There we go.
Hey, let's go, man.
And there's the house.
I think we're gonna have to work together to get this gate out. It looks pretty heavy. Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy
Never let
people.
Starscream get acknowledged.
You should feel right at home then.
But he has the Starscream has the sass.
Come on, one more gig. Let's do this.
I think this is the place.
The lights are out. Guess we better check the fuse box.
The power downstairs was out. but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Unless he was really behind the Killer Queen, man. As old man Yoshikage Kira. Yeah, I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids. You're done. And I wouldn't have gone away with it if it wasn't for my own awkwardness and ineptitude. Upstairs, I guess.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Again.
Sass and ego, but no charisma.
In the stillness of the night, I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Allison disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
There we go. There it is.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find
Old
where it's
gods
coming
know the
from.
truth.
That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be... What's her face? The crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Kira was about to use bites to dust a call an ambulance. It's for me.
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
See, Barry knows. Barry knows what's up.
Yeah. What the hell?
There's evil darkness monsters out there, but we've got moonshine.
I'm sorry about that. No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What?
Alright then.
What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be booze.
I feel like Barry looked like that when he was born.
I just
smaller. And he's just sort of grown in size, but everything else has remained the same.
I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Mariah, goddammit, every all forever. Oh no, he's looking at me. Yeah, he still had the coat on. Here we go. This is what really happened.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the
This is the high page, yeah. It was the moonshine page all along.
An out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
I think he does.
Alice? Alice!
I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crashed car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Justice for Alice. Hashtag justice for Alice.
I'd been easy prey.
And she was the witness.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
You forgot how sad this started. Until now.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do.
Don't do it, Alan.
You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. I'll write. I'll fix it.
James Sunderland also killed his wife and ended up in a weird town, the more you know. What's that?
No.
20-year-old spoiler for Silent Hill 2.
I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure.
Spoiler alert,
Jagger
yeah.
had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish.
Although Alan Wake did it the other way around. He went to the weird town first and then did it.
Where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. We'll know I'm
Yeah, people might have been waiting 20 years to play that. And look what you've gone and done. How dare you, spoiler alert.
She looks so old.
It's like revealing the ending of Titanic.
I had woken up, confused and groggy.
I knew that one.
My mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape.
So Thomas Zane saved Alan.
The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
I don't know who the politician is. But you're confusing them for the protagonist of Silent Hill 2.
James Joyce, it's your fault and you're gonna pay for it.
Your kids didn't find out what happened in World War II. Oh no, Nightingale goes. Mia is talking about Silent Hill 2 on PlayStation. And now we skip.
Previously on
and we leave it there. Ugh. So I will go to this, and that'll be it for Alan Wake today. And I hope you have enjoyed it. You Google James Sunderland, the politician game. Alan didn't wake at the wheel. The real, yeah, that's the actual end thing for this. It's actually Alan asleep. Next stream will be tomorrow, and it'll be Dead by Daylight. So yeah, if you want to join in, you can do. I can add you on that if anyone wants to join in. After that, next stream is Friday and Saturday. Fridays is Pokemon, but undecided on which. If Legends turns up, it'll be Legends. If it ends up being delayed because Amazon is saying it'll come on 2nd of February, then it might be post-game for Shining Pearl. Let's not start slander in the chat. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to give us a follow or a sub, and we'll see you next time. Bye!